What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and we're back with this war of mine. We finished our first. Oh, forgot to shove this back in. Finished our first day in the last episode. Get everything set up and started. So hopefully from this point forward, I'll do a little less explaining about the rules piece and just tell you what I'm doing, and hopefully that'll speed this up a little bit. If you know me, maybe I can do that. So before we start this new morning phase, I do want to take a quick look, try to do a little planning, and I think that um, there's two things that I want to try to build, and that is a bed, a bed and a workshop. The reason I want to do that is, uh, A, fatigue is going to be a problem at some point. Okay. And so I do want to have a way to get rid of some of that. And B, the workshop is going to let us build um, board up tokens. And it's going to let us build board up tokens. It's going to let us make parts. It's going to let us make filters, which we may or may not use. Um, so those are good. And then maybe possibly at some point a metal workshop. I don't know. And possibly even stove or heater at some point. But I think for sure I want um, a workshop, and I don't think, because some of these, so these cards here, these ideas with the green corner, those are regular fittings, right? So those we get at the beginning of the game when we do the setup. But then we have these additional items: chair, stove, efficient heater, reinforced door, etc., etc. Vegetable garden, alcohol still, cage trap. These are all things that we can go to the new idea space and add these into the fittings deck to build at some point. So, um, it's certainly an idea. I mean, like the gunsmith shop, you can start making weapons if you have parts and whatnot. Um, but you know, that may be an option at some point. But what I'm saying is, what I want to say is, some of these, like for instance, improve herbal garden to vegetable garden, it says it has to be placed next to. So we have to be careful that this requires 3 board up tokens already to be placed. So basically, that means we have to build the workshop before we can build this. But some of these are required to be um, the workshop to a gunsmith workshop, right? They have to be put beside something that's already been built. So we have to make sure that we kind of plan out what we're going to do so that we don't build something and then want to build the improvement to it later and then realize, oh, well, we can't do that because, we've basically boxed ourselves in. So that's just something to consider. Like I said, on the actual reverse of this board, there's basically kind of a different layout, and it does make things harder. But nevertheless, um, let's get on with what we're doing here. So, um, what we will do next, I think, is we're going to, well, I think we need to start trying to build some stuff. We do have a couple of locations up here open. Um, Unfortunately, we don't have mechanical parts, so we can't build the workshop to make those board up tokens. We could build a bed. We could build a metal workshop. Possibly. It's going to take almost all of our components. It's going to take a lot of resources to do this. So let's start with, let's start with building a bed, and we'll just put the bed right over here beside. We'll just have to remember that there is a ladder right there, and that's going to cost us, and I'm going to go ahead and do it like this just so we remember. 3 components. 1, 2, 3 components, and 1, 2, 3, 4 wood for that. And then so somebody will have to do that. So we'll just say Amelia does that. Doesn't really matter who does it. Then I really want to make board up. I don't have the mechanical part. Gosh, that kind of stinks. Yeah. All right, then I'll have not that it matters, but Bruno will search that furniture stack. Actually, that might work. We'll have Bruno search the furniture stack. Maybe we can get lucky and find a mechanical part in there, and Boris can go work on that rubble. Okay. So that's everybody has used 1 action. So we'll resolve those. So we'll resolve the rubble first. It's going to get flipped to the other side. Shovel goes back into our area here. That's 1 action. Furniture. Let's see what we get in the furniture. You gain, well, we gain a lot of stuff. 1 vegetable, 2 herbs, 1 bandage, 1 water, 1 wood. Alright, so let's see here. That's 1 vegetable, 2 herbs. Where are you at, herbs? Oh, you're over here. Oh. There's coffee. Oh, what did it say? Oh, there you go. 2. Herbs. 1 herb. 2 herbs. Alright. And 1 bandages. Nice. There's 1 bandages. We get 2 of those now. 1 water. Ooh, we don't have another water, and 1 wood. Okay. So we've got all that added. This card. Add to the sword, remove this card from the game. Card is removed. Then Amelia will build the bed. 1, 2, 3. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we'll put it, like I said, we'll put it right beside that other one there. So that's the first set of actions. Now, Amelia, over here, you can see she's got 2, because of that wounds. Because of that wounds 2 card, she only has 1 action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and set her over here on her card, because we know she can't do anything else. We still have 1 more action with everybody else. So 1 action is going to be to clear these remnants. Again, we'll send him with a shovel. And yeah, we'll send Bruno to poke about. Alright, so the remnants now are going to go away. Shovel goes back here. That's going out of the game. And the poke about, that is a die roll. We haven't done that yet. But you roll a die, and depending on what you roll, you'll get some number of wood or components. 7, that says 3 wood / components. So you can mix and match those however you want. So you take 2 wood and a component. Just remember, I still have a total of 8 wood, 8 components and 5, now 9 wood. So I've got lots of options. All right. So that is the morning phase. And again, I forgot to roll the 10-sided die for the expansion. It would not affect what would have happened. So a 3 is place 1 thug figure on the outside space of the findings pile. Of the outside space or the findings pile. That's a thug. I guess we'll put them on the findings pile. Make it not too bad, baby. Delay the inevitable. Yep. Then, that is the end. That is actually the end of the morning phase. Yep. Oh, gosh, and I forgot to draw an event card. Airdrop. If no character went scavenging during the previous night, which is not true. This goes away, and so on all these cards in the top right corner, there's this right here that says cold tokens. So this is going to be when things are getting bad, and this is why I really need to build that workshop and hopefully find some mechanical parts. So I may have to go out and try to trade. It says add 3 cold tokens up here. So now at the end of the day, when we're rolling for cold, those are going to count, start counting against us. So now if we roll, we have a better chance of all of our characters getting ill. Okay. So there we go. Now we've done our day actions. And I forgot to flip this over just so we would know. So there's the bed. So now during the day they can take an action to get rid of fatigue. And incidentally, if they do that, like let's say that they've got fatigue, and that is like they had fatigue 2, or they had a fatigue that took out 2 action points, so they only had 1, and they rest, and then that they become drop that down, and now it's only taking out 1. They will get that other action back. So that's one of the good reasons to do that, to take a nap, and so that they can go out at night. All right. Dusk. So nothing happens at dusk on the thing there. At dusk, each character must drink water. Fortunately, we got a massive amount of water, so that's 3 from the day before. So that's good. And then we have food. And I'm going to hold on to that canned food, and we're just going to discard the 3 vegetables so that nobody's hunger changes. All right. And then we go to the evening phase. So, they can either sleep in a bed, sleep on the floor, guard, or go scavenging. Let's do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna have Boris and Bruno go scavenging, so their fatigue is gonna go up to 2. And Amelia's gonna guard. Her fatigue's gonna go up to 2. But I am going to give her the knife. Ooh. Oh, focus. Focus. There we go. I'm going to give her the knife. So that is the evening phase. Everybody's been fatigued. So now we go to scavenging. So we have to roll scavenging die. At the end of the scavenging phase, nope, that's at the end. So we have to decide where we want to go. I don't know. I really like going to the closed spaces. But there is canned food there. There's mechanical parts potentially there. Those are both things that we really want. So yeah, we're gonna do that again. So we're gonna go. Here's another shuffle. I'm gonna take 14 exploration cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 exploration cards. Put them into the unknown deck and start going through them. Someone is here. Raise the noise by 3. So that's going to go to 4. Door. Peek through the keyhole. Return exploration card to look at the next card from the unknown deck. Or enter. Raise noise by 1. Or roll for the noise. I guess I'm just going to say raise the noise by 1. Why not? Okay, jam door. Map card. Check to see if there's a jam door at the entrance that we're on. There is not. So we will discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. Tough luck. Roll for noise. Boo. Okay. We're rolled a 2, so there's definitely an encounter. Which means that's going to reset and go ahead and do that. Pull the residence card. It's survivors. Okay. So we determine the number of survivors. We roll a d10. We have a 6. That's 3 survivors and draw their tokens. So we have 1 survivor, A, with a knife. He's a melee weapon. Survivor B has a hatchet. And Survivor C has a pistol. Okay, well, this is not good. Place this card on that special slot until you leave. Whenever you take anything from the pantry or furniture, roll the black die. And I can either talk to them or trade with them. I don't have any. I didn't bring anything to trade with. I guess I should have. Well, it's too late now. So I guess I should have considered that, but I didn't. Okay. Now, let's do this because I haven't done this with you guys yet. So each location, let me pull the location from the bottom that we've already discarded. So each location has, up here at the top, we can return exploration cards to have a look around the area, and that's kind of like a specific entries for each location. So the warehouse seems like a good place to do that. So we return 2 exploration cards to do that. It's back here, and it says see journal entry 159. So let's go to the book of scripts. And then that's got a chart. We roll a die on. A 2 says we go see result 1627. So let's go to 1627. This used to be a warehouse of a big store. Currently, it's used as a hideout by a group of armed thugs. We might find useful things there if we can sneak in, but it's very dangerous. Some armed individuals have been here. We better be careful. Yeah, there's the armed individuals right there. Add 5 exploration cards to the unknown deck. During the scavenging, when you're told to draw a residence card for the first time, instead search the deck for a thug's card and resolve it. Oh, that sucks. And then back to the game. So we are going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to the exploration deck. An unknown deck, but if we have a resident, it's gonna be a thug, and there's a chance that there's a thug's cards. Remember, we did add 1 crime wave card into that deck, so we shall see. All right, basement entrance. Oh shoot, I forgot to send the lockpick with him. I would have done that. I did that last time. Basement entrance. If there is no basement entrance, that's not the case. There is one. You may resolve this card immediately or place on the exploration slot and resolve it later. I think we're going to do the we can either enter, raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise, and then after we do, we add 5 cards to the deck, and then we can keep this and basically pull 2 scavenging cards, which actually worked out for us pretty good last time. But if we do roll the noise and fail the noise check, we are going to be fighting fighting thugs. Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, we need stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, a 1. So we're definitely fighting thugs. So, let me look through here. And the first, yep, there's a thugs card right there. Okay. And we'll shuffle these other resident cards up. Alright. Determine the number of thugs. Roll the dice. Oh, jeez. 4. Really? Um. Alright, so let me move these over for the card just so I can keep track here. We have A knife, B knife, gosh, another C with a pistol. And guess what? Draw their tokens. Oh no. No, hold on. C with a pistol. A with a knife. I guess I'm assuming that's how that works. It says 4 and there's only 3 listed. Let's try to stop the fight before it starts here, because this is gonna be bad. It says C40 can be triggered after each round of combat. Oh, we have to do 1 round of combat, I guess, is what that's saying. So let's go back over here. Golly, man. That's a bunch of not good. Okay, combat. Each character can be assigned 1 weapon from the fighting power. Okay, the combat is round 8, so each roll a combat die corresponding to the weapon used for each character and enemy. Okay, so again, we have our 2 characters that are going to be rolling. So let's go over to the die roll here, because this is going to be so many levels of bad. Alright, so each of our guys are going to roll, and again, Boris will use that die, and the other one will be Bruno's. So we're going to roll. Alright, Boris has 2 rerolls, Bruno has 1 reroll. Bruno's going to reroll. Boris, let me look. I think there's only like 1 side that has 2. Yeah. He's got more of a chance of not getting anything if I re-roll that. So we'll say he got 1. So that's going to be 1 damage. And so I think we're going to do that 1 damage definitely to the guy with the pistol. Then they're going to get to go. So they've got a pistol, 2 melee weapons. No, they have a pistol and 3 melee weapons. So let's see. Choose any wounds to be marked. A character with 1. Yeah, I mean, we could flee, but I mean, we wouldn't get anything. Let's. Should I flee? Well, I've already rolled the dice, so we have to do at least 1 round. Alright, so there's one round. Oh, jeez. That's 3 hits. And I need to roll this yellow one more time for our third assailant. Gosh. 5 hits. Oh. Enemies use their prowess automatically. They reroll the die only if the result is 0 wounds. So we did have one that had 0 wounds. So that's going to be 5, and this will be one reroll. I guess I should have done these in order. Oh, wait. Yeah. Should have done those in order. Yeah, and we'll do one more because there is one that has 2 since I didn't specify. Gosh, 6. Okay. So both of our guys take wounds 3. Since I don't want them to completely die. Alright. Let's see here. So if I flee, there's a good chance that both of these guys are going to die, since it's only going to take one more wound. So let's see if we can stop the combat. So let's go look at entry 40. Trying to stay alive. So, trying to set up a tent, we can try to give some of the loot back. Discard tokens with a total value of 10 or more from the findings pile. Well, we have nothing, so that's not an option. Or we can sacrifice somebody. Basically, one person, one of the characters sacrifice themselves so the rest can make a run for it. Choose one character and remove them from the game. And then return some expiration cards and continue on. Or we can surrender and beg. We roll the black die. And we potentially could suffer more wounds. On basically a 1 through a 4 for us would be uber damaging. So yeah, I think I think Bruno is just gonna have to yeah, Bruno's going to Bruno's gonna have to sacrifice himself. So he's going to go away. Alright. And then, so what happens when we do that is all of these states obviously come off. Then we take his card, we shuffle it back into the character's deck. Okay. A little bit of shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffling is done. Then it said we return 5 exploration cards, I think. Yeah, we really, gosh. Return 4 exploration cards. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So those go back to the exploration deck. And this thug card gets removed. So these guys go away. Because these are the tokens from that card and not the survivor card. It's kind of confusing. So put the thug card in there, shuffle it up. Wow. And then continue on. I really, that goes by 1. Back down to 1. You may ignore this card. Well, return as many as we want and lower the noise. We don't need to return any. So, well, yeah. So we'll keep that card as a hideout card. So this we could use to possibly stop a combat or something like, or maybe get the jump during combat. May return. All right, so open space, a map card. Do we have an open space? Yes, we have an open space. If there is no open space, if there is an open space, it resolves immediately. So we can either move carefully, return 2 cards, raise the noise by 2, or run through, raise the noise by 3, and roll for the noise. I think since he is wounded, we're going to return 2 cards, as much as I would like to search through those cards. And raise the noise by 2 to 3. And then discard this open space card. Boom. All right, next up. All right, search the heap. Fortunately, this heap is not listed on pantry furniture for the survivors, so we do not have to deal with them. So we can raise the noise and roll for the noise. Return 2 exclamation cards to raise the noise by 1, or we can raise it by 1 and roll. I don't know. I mean, we're going to get something out of here, so I'm going to say return the 2 cards, raise it by 1. And then search the heap. That's what I'm going to say. So we draw from the findings pile 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this basement entrance card. Discard it to actually draw 2. So we'll pull 2 items from the heap. Awesome. Okay, this is great because look what the heap's got. Mechanical parts, which is what we needed. Okay. So we get a book. We get, this is potentially a book, 2 mechanical parts. Those are electrical. 2 mechanical parts. Then we roll the die for the special findings chart. 1 is nothing. Then we get another mechanical part. Kims. And then we roll, oh wow, a 10. We get another hatchet. Nice. Okay. And then we shuffle these back into the findings deck. So, not bad if we can make it out. And remember, when scavenging, if we got to roll the black die, and if we roll a 1, because there's one thug, then we have to pull a thug card, which we do know exists in the deck, and resolve it. So this is going to be not good, potentially. So we got the findings all shuffled up here. Alright, let's press on. Another hiding place. Ooh. May ignore this card or return 2 expiration cards and save it. Crap, I can't. I can't save it, so it's not going to do us any good. Final card. Oh, wait. This hideout card didn't go over there. Return as many extraction cards as you wish and roll the black die. Add the number returned. Okay, well, we got to roll the black die again. We want above a 5. Yes, we got a 6. If we had rolled 1 to 5, we would have had a residence card encounter, and that would have been not good for us. Potentially. Okay, so now we're to the scavenging phase. We're not to the choose finding stage, so before we do that, we have to roll this die. We have a 3. We compare it to the number of thugs and soldiers. There is 1 soldier. If the result, 1 thug. If the result is equal to or less than the number of thug figures, find a thug's card. So it is not. So we are safe. So we can resolve the findings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 weight worth of items. So I'm going to add the 2 waters for sure. And take everything else back. Yeah, definitely going to take everything else back. Okay, so that's that. That completes the scavenging phase. Now let's go to the night raid phase. Whew, hopefully we can do a little bit better. I've already given Amelia the knife. So, draw and resolve the top card of the Knight's deck now. However, as soon as we do that, we have to roll. If the result is equal to, well, let's roll. So we don't roll. Don't roll a 1. Okay. If the result is equal to or less than the number of soldier cards, ignore this night raid and remove 1 thug figure from the outside space. Each soldier figure on the outside space raises the damage of each night card. Okay, well, doesn't really matter because, well, it may matter. It's a reality impact. So, it says, draw a card from the colors deck to determine the color of the script. This will be a black. Then reveal the top card of the Night Raid's deck and check the number with the color on it. Black. That's 164. Then reveal the card. Find that number in the book descriptions. Other cards. Yeah, and then this gets shuffled back in. So 164. It's a peaceful night. Right before dawn, a neighbor knocks on the door. We know it's him. We have a secret code and we go to each other's homes. He and his family have come to help us out. They were lucky yesterday. They filled their stomachs, regained their strength, and decided to ask if we needed help with anything. They want nothing in return. They're just being human. At this time, you may perform any two actions as during a day phase. Um, so they still have to, well, so basically we have one action. Whoever's on guard duty can perform an action. Um, as many actions as they normally could, which in Amelia's case right now is only one. So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe. Oh, I don't have the mechanical parts yet. Shoot. I think she's going to. I think she's going to use that one action to take a nap. Get rid of that fatigue. And there's going to be wounds there left, but I've got bandages, so I'm trying to patch her up tonight. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Cool. The book of scripts actually didn't screw us for once. Yay! So yeah, then that's the Night Raid card. This gets shuffled back into the Night Raid's deck. And we shuffle, 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 shuffle. Alright, there's only 5 cards, so there's only so much I can shuffle. Alright, so that's the end of the Night Raids. The Night Raid, now we do the Crime Wave. So this is again where we have to add the Resonance and Night cards. And again, I think I'm just going to add 1 to each. So put these in here. Do the shuffling. The Resonance, and then shuffle the Night Raid. Okay. And then Dawn. The scavenging party returns with 1 less person. Here. Let's put that over there. There's a couple of water, a number of mechanical parts, a book and a chem, and our hatchet. Alright. Assign meds and bandages. If there are any meds, herbal meds, bandages. So I'm going to assign a bandage to each of these guys. Try to get rid of those wounds. Draw a fate card. So we draw a fate card. Raise the wounds of all unwounded bandaged characters by 1. How do we actually... How do we actually heal our wounds? That's what I want to know. Okay. 1. So, discard all med tokens. Yep, so those go away. Med. No, wait a minute. It says discard band and discard meds. Meds tokens. It doesn't say anything about bandages. Discard meds tokens. Meds is actually a token. So if cold tokens minus board up tokens equals 4 or more, it's 3. So this is where we're going to really need to try to build that workshop, because now this cold situation is getting bad. Exchange the nearest small location. There is the one up here. Derelict Squat is the only small location, and we replace it with the Quiet House, which may be where it's going to. We like quiet. No, these go off the board here. Those are no longer. This comes off. Exchange near small location. Resolve white tokens. Resolve spirit A. If Boris is fatigued, level 2 or 3 raises misery by 1. Crap. So misery 1 for the Borinator. Discard 1 coffer from the store to raise Amelia's misery by 1. It goes from 1 to 2. Okay. Afterwards, shuffle this card back. Okay, so that's it for the Fate deck. So we give this a shuffle. Wow, didn't take much longer. I really thought I could make this a little bit shorter. I guess it's going to be a few minutes shorter, but not by a whole lot. Narrative action. Draw narrative action, 2 narrative action cards. And Death Among Us. At the end of the dawn phase, check if any character died or abandoned the group today. So we're going to draw 2 narrative action cards. Let's do that first. 1, 2. And we've got Who's There. Play at the end of any phase. Draw and resolve 2 cards from the visitor's deck. Or Close Call. Ignore all wounds from a single combat die roll. Or ignore all wounds from 1 night raid card. I think we're gonna do Who's There, because yeah, and we may actually do that. Almost use that card immediately, because now that we're a person short, we can have up to 4. So yeah, we may do that, and then we have to roll our die for misery, because there was a death or abandonment. If the result is equal to or less than their misery, then, their empathy, which in this case is 5 for 5 for Boris, 3 for Amelia. Their misery goes up by 2. So we'll start with Boris. He rolls a 1. The end of the dawn change your down advantage. The answer is yes. Roll the black die for the result. On a result equal to or less than, so that is equal to 1 is equal to or less than 5. His misery goes up by 2, which means now he is at misery 3. Not good. We really need to lower his misery. And Amelia's got a 3, so we want higher than a 3, and we get a 3, so hers goes up to 3 as well. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to use that card. So actually, this is the end of the dawn phase, so we're going to go ahead and use this narrative action card, Who's There, and pull 2 visitor cards and resolve them. So here's the visitor's deck. We'll take the top 2 cards. I have these shuffled already. And we'll resolve them one after the other. So the first one is Arrival. A wounded stranger asks for shelter. He's carrying a pistol and ammo. If you decide to take this person in, he is wounded, or a wounded stranger. Or we could trade. He's got a pistol. Let's take him in. So if we take him in, we draw a character from the character deck. Give it another shuffle on screen here, just to show you guys that I really am shuffling these. All right, and we get Anton, Professor of Mathematics. All right, so he's going to join our party, and it says that I'm just going to leave this other card over here. He joins us with a level 2 wounds. Level 2 wounds. And level 1 hunger. And pistol and ammo. So we have 1 pistol and 1 ammo. So that's cool. All right. And that arrival card goes away from the game completely. Then we have our second arrival, Trader. Trader? You may perform a trade, see journal trade, to exchange tokens from the storage for any other tokens. Oh, wow. So this card is awesome. Trade commission 2, so we'd have to pay 2 just to be able to do that. But we're basically going to be able to trade for anything we want. This is great. And it's from the storage. So, I mean, it's like anything in here, or shotgun, weapon part, whatever. That's awesome. Okay, of course, I mean, we have to give up stuff to do that, but it is what it is. So we can get like some electrical parts, some mechanical parts, etc., etc. Hopefully, oh, let me get Anton's. I believe this is Anton. Yeah, and we'll make him green just like we did Amelia before. All right. So trading. All right. So, I think, what do we want? We don't have a whole lot to trade, but I think we have some mechanical parts, and we have 3 of those. I'd really like some electrical parts. Like a couple. Let me set these over here. So kind of like, I'm going to make a wish list and then figure out what I can actually afford. So there's a couple mechanical parts. I think coffee, a couple of coffees for Amelia. And maybe a couple of herbal meds. A med would be nice. I know I can't afford all this, but let's just see what we got. Vegetables would be good. All right. So stuff that I could trade. So the weapon parts I feel like I could probably trade. That's 4. The shell I would trade. The herbs I would trade for 5, 6, 7. That's 8. I want to keep a book. And I think I'd trade the knife. As much as I like having the knife, it's worth an awful lot. And I want to keep the food. I would trade it Kim. Keep the ammo for the pistol. Mechanical parts, obviously I want to keep those. Lockpick, I want to keep that. Alright, so that's 8 if I trade all this. So I'm going to trade the knife. That's worth 8. 2 weapon parts. Those are worth 2 apiece, so that's a total of 12. And then 1, 2, 3 herbs. That's 15. A Kim and a shell. Those are all worth 1. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17. Now 2 of that is the trade commission. So that I can't. Yeah. So I have 15 points to get stuff. So I think an electrical part, that's 3. A couple coffees, 4, 5. No, 1 coffee. Nope, 2 coffees. A vegetable and an electrical part. So that's total of 3, 6 for the electrical, 8 with the coffees. That's 13 with the vegetables, so that's 2 more points. Let's see. Actually, okay, then I think I'm going to get a filter and a book for the other 2. And I will, yeah, filter and a book. Would like to have had another person show up, but it is what it is. Alright, so the coffee will go there. There's a vegetable. A couple of electrical parts. A filter, which we need to make a water purifier. Or possibly something else, I don't know. And that's the trade. So it says this trade card goes back into the visitor's deck, gets shuffled in. Okay, alright. Visitor's deck is ready. The character's deck I had set off to the side. I'm going to just go ahead and give it another good quick shuffle. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Put it back up here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the dawn phase. Yep, that's the end of the dawn phase. Oh, I'm going to put all these up. And that will be it for this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying this. It's definitely super challenging. I think the game is a lot more challenging than people realize. But it is It is a lot of fun. I'm having a good time with it. So, hope you guys enjoy it. If you see anything that I messed up on, let me know. At this time, I have not posted the first video either. I'm trying to get some done up, kind of so I can release them a little bit later while I have some time off of work. So if there's anything that I missed in the first one that I also missed in this one, that's why. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.